Hello, Winterfest. I'm so excited that you are learning about the spiritual disciplines, and today I'm going to talk to you about the spiritual discipline of submission, specifically submitting to God's plan for our lives. I don't know about you, but I'm a huge planner. I love my list, my planner, organizing activities and events, and of course I had a plan for my life. I was going to graduate high school and go to college, meet who I was supposed to marry, we would get married, and then have 3 or 4 children. Well, I went to college and I ended up graduating college and not getting married. I watched all of my friends and my sister get married, and that was a hard thing for me. And then for the next 5 years, I didn't date anyone. My life was kind of going the complete opposite of how I had planned. And I didn't know it at that point, but God had a bigger plan, and He was working things out for me. He had some things that He needed to teach me and prepare me for the rest of my life. He showed me a lot about who He is and His love, and He showed me a lot about who I am and who He wanted me to be. I teach at a school with a lot of underprivileged children, refugees, and that are learning English. And God opened a lot of doors during that time for me to help them and serve them. And I just discovered that that was my passion, was teaching them and helping them. And that kind of set the rest of my life for me. And about 1.5 years ago, God led me to who is now my husband. And so everything has worked out. He just needed to teach me and help me to learn how to submit and trust to His plan and not my own plan. When you're in those things, though, it's so hard to remember when you're going through, whether it's relationships or I didn't get into the college I wanted, or what job am I supposed to do for the rest of my life. It's hard to remember God's promises to us, promises to help us and not harm us, to give us a future and a hope. He says He'll make our path straight. And He even gave us an example, the perfect example in His Son of submitting to His will. So it's just hard in that time, but if we hold on to those things, then we know that He'll work out all things for good. In 1 Peter 5, He tells us that if we humble ourselves under God's mighty hand, He'll lift us up in due time. And we can cast all our anxieties on Him because He cares for us. And what a relief and a blessing that we can give God our plans, give God our worries, and He'll work out His big plan and guide our lives. So I just pray God's blessings on you as you submit to His plan, and the wonderful things that He'll do through you as you practice the spiritual discipline of submission.